Hi, it's your pal Kathy. Hi to my new subscribers. There's like two or three of you. Hello. I recently recorded an update and I can't find it, so here's another one. I lost it before I could upload it. But in any case, if anybody's watching one of my videos for the first time, my stats real quick. I had vertical gastric sleeve surgery on November 16th, 2015. And yes, I had to write all this stuff down because my brain is like scrambled this morning. My highest weight was 402. Surgery weight was 382. And my current weight is 257. I am just like 8 days or something shy of my 8-month out. And this update is more or less kind of like a slacker's perspective. My weight loss has slowed a little bit since May, mostly because it's summertime. Like if you don't know, if this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, I was super religious for like the first 4 months, 4 months. I was super religious about protein and everything and not drinking while I eat and the whole nine. And then life happened and shit got cray and I started falling off. Not that I was gaining weight, but I was doing bad girl stuff. And now that things are back to normal and I'm cooking for myself again and doing kind of stuff I'm supposed to be doing, I'm still slacking. That's the fact, you know. It's gotten to the point where I'm super comfortable. Like, I still want to lose weight. My goal is 180. I have, 70 something pounds left. My goal, I want to hit it by my 35th birthday, which is in February. So, you know, I got about 8 or so more months to hit that goal, which I'm hoping will happen. In any case, my vitamins, the bariatric chewables, that shit is for the birds now. Like, I think I'm going to start taking gummies or something. Because I mean, they're expensive. And I knew that. I knew I was going to have to buy expensive vitamins for the rest of my life. But I see other people on forums and stuff that are buying gummies and other supplements. I definitely need B12s. I'm just going to go that route because it's cheaper. So that's one way I'm going to be slacking. Another thing is, like, my eating, it's summertime. I've been eating pizza. I've been eating ice cream. You know, a friend of mine died about a month ago, and people were, instead of like, you know, like people bring over casseroles and meals and stuff when somebody dies just to take the stress off the family. Well, we've had people bringing pizzas and ice cream, like the ghetto ratchet equivalent of casseroles, over for us to eat while we're like grieving. Fortunately, I did not gain any weight, but in the last month and a half, I've only lost 12 pounds, which does not satisfy me because I'm used to losing much more. It should be closer to 20, should be whatever. I'm not going to throw those kind of standards on myself, even though I kind of do. In any case, carbs. Yeah. So like I've been trying to scale back the carbs. I've been drinking calories, Tim Hortons, ice cream, even though I can't eat a lot still. Like, it's, those little calories add up, and I haven't been calorie counting. I've only been on MyFitnessPal like a few times. It's tough to stick to that stuff, you know, and something that I've noticed recently, let's talk about some changes. I noticed that when I get my period, I actually legitimately have cravings. Like, before, I never noticed because I always ate shit all the time. So, you know, I would have cravings all the time for everything. But now when it's like when I'm PMSing, I want food, and I am a food monster, and I will eat and eat and eat. I mean, I don't make myself sick or anything, but it's crap that I'm eating, and I want to eat more than usual. And now that my periods are like pretty kind of regular, the most regular they've ever been in my life, considering that I have PCOS, which is amazing. I've noticed that the cravings are serious business. So, I don't know. I kind of don't hate it because it makes me feel normal. You know, that's like a normal thing. Like, getting regular periods is a normal thing, and craving foods around your period is very normal. So, Normalcy is something that I have been striving for in my adult life, believe it or not. More changes. Well, I'm obviously getting flabbier. Loose skin is becoming more and more evident. Again, this is something I knew was going to happen, but now I'm starting to feel more pressure to find a way to pay for these skin removal surgeries. Fingers crossed that Independent Health will get on board and cover my stomach. But as far as everything else, arms, I've been going to the gym. I've been trying to tone up. I do arm day and leg day every other day. I do cardio, which has been feeling really good. I've been hitting the elliptical, which used to be my arch nemesis, and I can actually pound out some elliptical time, which is really nice. What else? What other changes? My emotions are finally kind of in check. I'm starting to feel human again. I'm kind of going through a little something. I don't really want to talk about it publicly, but it's a thing. And, I noticed one day I was crying. I was hysterical over this situation, and I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to use food to cope. When my friend died, me and my friends all made jokes. We're stress eating right now. We're eating our feelings. And we did, We ate our feelings. But for this particular situation, which has been an ongoing situation in my life for a few months now, I didn't want to eat. And I kind of realized that, oh my God, part of the reason why this situation is happening in my life is to prove to myself that I don't need food to cope, which is really good. Which makes me happy. Not saying that I still don't use food to cope once in a while, because obviously when my friend passed, I hit the ice cream like no one's business. But, for that situation, that would normally be something. I have baby steps, That would normally have been a situation where my food addiction would take the reins and take over my brain and just really screw me over. And it didn't that time. And I'm taking it one day at a time, honestly. So, I'm really happy about that. Other than my body looking like a melted candle, I've actually been looking quite thin lately, and I've been getting a lot of compliments. Like a ton. I wore all black, which is not unlike me, I take a very Johnny Cash approach to my wardrobe, know what I'm saying? But, yeah, like I wore all black. I wore an outfit that actually fit because, as you know, if you have had the surgery, it's pointless for me to buy all new clothes now. So my clothes that actually fit me properly are few and far between. But I did wear an outfit that fit me properly the other day, and people just couldn't get over it. They're like, oh my God, you are so freaking skinny. Which I'm not skinny. I'm still 257 pounds, but skinnier than I've been, oh Christ, in forever. Honestly, I can't remember. I really can't. I can't remember last time I've been under 300 pounds. I can't wait to hit Wonderland, that's for sure. And I've been kind of trying to buckle down. Trying being the operative word. Again, I'm slacking. If I want something, I indulge. I absolutely do. I'm not going to deny myself. I don't believe it's a lifestyle change, and my lifestyle has changed dramatically. But I find that even though I do still have cravings for crap food, and I do indulge those cravings, more often than not, I find myself making the smarter choice, which is something I'm not used to, which is good. It's exciting to me. So in addition to that, I've also adopted this new philosophy. It's not a new philosophy. I'm sure you've heard this before, but do what scares you. I believe in that. I've been trying to do a lot of things that I normally wouldn't do. I've been trying to say no a lot less and say yes a lot more. Not to turn myself into a doormat or anything, because I'm not. But I haven't regretted it yet. Saying yes when I really just, I don't feel like it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to do whatever. But every time I've said yes, I haven't regretted it yet. It's always been something good. As a matter of fact, tomorrow morning I went to meetup.com and I found a flag football game, a ladies flag football game that I'm going to be participating in tomorrow. All strangers. I don't know any of these people. And football, I've never really played. I've played touch football with my brothers when I was younger, but I didn't understand the game and I kind of still don't. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing this. And that makes me kind of nervous, you know, because who does that? Who just goes and randomly plays football with a bunch of strangers? Well, I'm doing this. So, and just little things like that. I've definitely found that being physically fit, like being physically active, makes me happy now, which I never thought I would ever get to that point in my life, but it does. I'm comfortable being active. I have a lot more energy, and I'm a lot less lazy. And it's just been awesome. Even though I'm cutting corners, you know, I haven't been taking all 3 vitamins a day like I should, but I should, and don't do as I say, not as I do. Take your freaking vitamins. I am going to look into cheaper options for the vitamins, though, which is not recommended, but whatever. Been trying to get in as much hydration as I can. I've been trying to get in as much protein as I can. I've come to find that truly I really do have to eat every few hours because my stomach empties as quick as it fills up. And the same thing like with drinking, I've noticed now I'm such a cheap date. It takes like 2 or 3 drinks to get me toasty, but I can either eat something and wait a few minutes and be completely sober, or I can take like a half-hour nap and then wake up completely sober, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because like I can continue getting sober and getting drunk all night long if I want. Yeah, you know, I don't know. It's kind of amusing, especially if I have to be a designated driver. You know what I'm saying? I can go out and have a good time and have a few and get a little toasty and then be able to drive home, you know, which is nice. But other than that, like personally, I've been doing a lot of stuff with friends. I try to constantly keep busy. I'm trying to find a second job right now. Because I like to work and I need more money, and I like being busy. I like being occupied. What? Really? That's like a foreign concept to me, but I do like working hard, and I love money, so that's what I'm looking forward to. Been going to a shit ton of concerts lately, which is one of my favorite things to do. Besides hanging out with my friends, is going to shows, and that's been awesome. And I've just been having a good time in general. You know, I kind of wanted this summer to just chill. I'm still deciding whether or not I want to go back to school. I'm leaning towards yes, but I'm not sure for what. But in any case, my surgery has made all of this possible. So if you find that you are not adhering to all of the rules, let me just tell you that you should. You should be adhering to most of the rules, because that's how you're going to be the most successful. And you are not going to believe all the little changes that are going to happen in your life. Things that you wouldn't even think that are going to affect you, they really do. I wish I could sit here and give you a list of all my small non-scale victories, but I can't because there's been so friggin' many of them. And, I'm the happiest I've ever been, honestly. You know, I'm still not completely happy with my body, but fuck that. I'm happier than I've ever been. And it's because of the surgery, and it saved my freaking life. So hang in. You don't have to be perfect in order to be successful, because even though I've been cutting corners left and right, I still consider myself a success. So I guess that's all I really wanted to say. I feel like I'm going to watch this and I've said like 800 times and it's going to piss me off. I apologize. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love comments. I love emails. halo217@gmail.com. Hit me up. If not, I will see you at the next video. Bye.